Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an exciting one and honestly one that nobody requested, but I just thought it would be fun, honestly. We are going to be testing out ALIX EARL'S updated makeup routine that she posted on TikTok back in January. If you don't know who ALIX EARL is, she is basically the it girl of TikTok. She is a TikTok sensation, if you will. People love her. They love her beauty and fashion recommendations for good reason. She's absolutely beautiful and super stylish, and I honestly feel like her makeup really implemented the like dewy, natural looking, clean girl kind of makeup. So I wanted to try it out because if you guys have watched any of my makeup videos, that is like not usually my style. I'm a full coverage girly. I always do eyeshadow, so this is different for me and I thought it would be fun. So that's what we're doing today. This is the finished look, doing everything only as ALIX EARL did it. You'll have to stay to the end to see my thoughts on everything, but I do like it. I think it's really pretty and a lot of the products that she uses are phenomenal. So definitely keep watching if you are interested in seeing how these products work on someone who's not ALIX EARL. And I am a brunette, she's a blonde. I can tell we have different issues with our skin, so there are some differences. So if you are interested, keep on watching and be sure to subscribe to my channel down below and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started.
First I go in with the MAC Strobe Cream. I use this as a primer and a base.
As you can see here in the video, she says that she starts with MAC Strobe Cream. So I did purchase the MAC Strobe Cream in Pink Light, which I believe is just the original. And she just kind of like puts it on with her hands, just kind of like this, and of course blends it in. I have never used MAC Strobe Cream, but I have been a fan of MAC Cosmetics for literally my entire makeup life, I guess. I will say when I first got this product, I used it for 2 days in a row and I did start breaking out a little bit on my cheek, and this was the only new product that I used. So I will have to see today if when I take my makeup off, if I'm still broken out, because then I will pretty much know that unfortunately my skin does not like this product. So we will see, but it definitely does provide a nice glow, so that's good.
And then I go in with the Say Sun Glow Drops. I blend these over my face, my neck for a little tan.
So for her next step, she uses the Say Sun Glow Drops, which I did already own. I'm just going to kind of tuck my hair behind my ears, and she just kind of squirts them on her face like that and then blends them in with her hands. I will say I've never used this product in this way. I typically would use this if I'm doing like a no makeup look, more so in the summertime, and I would just take it on my cheeks with a brush. But with a product like this, I will say there are many different ways that you can use it and interpret it and incorporate it into your own routine. So yeah, we're looking very glowy, a little bit bronzed.
Then I go in with the House Labs foundation. I kind of just put it all over. I'll blend it with a beauty blender. I use the shade 210. I have been loving this recently.
And now we are going to go in with foundation, and I did pick up this foundation because I did not already own it, and that is the House Labs foundation by Lady Gaga, and I'm super excited to try this. I've heard amazing things. I did try their concealer and I did like it. There wasn't anything like super notable about it for me, but I've heard even better things about the foundation, so we will see how it does. I got the shade 120 Light Warm. I'm a little concerned because as you can see, I have a lot of darkness around my eyes, specifically right here in the corners and a little bit above, and ALIX EARL does not have that at all, so hopefully this foundation covers it pretty well. I know she's super light on the concealer, and that's usually what I use to cover that up a lot, so we'll see. But here's the shade that I picked out in the foundation. It looks like it'll work okay. It might be a little light, honestly, but that's fine because we are going to go in with a bronzer a little bit later. So once again, she just kind of squirts this on her face just like this, which a lot of girlies are doing these days. I'm gonna go in with a little extra on my eyes, and she blends this with a beauty blender, which I do not do. I know a lot of girlies love applying foundation with their beauty blender. I'm not one of them. I am a foundation brush girl through and through. It is one of my, I guess, secret weapons to achieve my very full coverage, flawless skin look. I personally believe that you can achieve that much better with a foundation brush. So this part is definitely different for me, but we're gonna just do it how she does it. Actually, the shade looks perfect on me. Once we add the bronzer and everything else, I think it'll be good. I will say this foundation is blending beautifully with the beauty blender. It's very blendable and it doesn't like dry down or anything weird. here is what we have for foundation. I will say I really seem to like the foundation just based on my first impression, but as I said, I'm not used to applying my foundation with a beauty blender. It definitely gives a more natural, a little bit more dewy finish in my opinion, a little bit less full coverage. It's not what I'm used to, but it doesn't look bad. And my skin is actually pretty good right now, so we're doing fine. Let's move on to the next step.
Then I take the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Always Sunny. It's super blendable. I use this Patrick Ta contour brush to blend it all in. Gives me a nice bronze.
So next she goes in with the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. Once again, this is not something that I typically do. So she's using the shade Always Sunny. I'm using the shade Full of Life. It's just what I already had in my collection. So I'm going to apply this in the same places that she does. She does a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, here, down her nose, and then like right here on both sides. Sorry if I'm like looking off to the side a little bit. I'm kind of using the viewfinder as a mirror. But anyway, she goes in with a blending brush and I am just going to use something a little bit smaller, but I feel like it's packed similarly, so I think this will work fine. But yeah, we will just start blending. The bronzer is definitely a little bit higher than I would normally put it, but I know that's a thing with the Gen Z girlies. Problem with this though is I feel like it's really going to remove the foundation. It's kind of crazy to me that she does this before her concealer. I like this product from Rare Beauty a lot. I think that the shade is a little dark for me currently, but oh well, we'll work with it. And I might go back in a little bit here because I don't feel like we got it how hers looks. So just adding a little bit more product, but still keeping it pretty high. Okay, right now I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little crazy. I think it's mostly just because of the bronzer on the nose. Once again, I don't really do that directly down the nose. If anything, it is bronzer down the sides. But I have faith that the concealer will help.
And then I go in with my NARS Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Custard. Put it down the sides of my nose for a contour setting spray.
So she uses the NARS Creamy Concealer. I do not own that, and I've actually tried it before. It's not my favorite. So I'm going to use something a little bit different. I'm choosing the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I do think this is a similar consistency, but a little bit different and a little bit better for my skin type. So she just puts it here, just like that. Same on this side. Then she puts a little bit on her forehead and then a little bit on the sides of her nose. Oh, and some right here. And I believe some right here. So these are spots that I typically put concealer as well, always under the eyes, always in the forehead, always on the chin. I am going to go off script a little bit and just add a tiny bit of concealer here, just because that is what works best for me. And she doesn't have that problem of darkness there, but I imagine if she did, she would probably put a little bit there too. So we are going to do that. So at this point, she sprays with setting spray, and I believe she uses the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So we will do that. Which is interesting because a lot of people do not spray setting spray before they set their concealer. I've seen some people recreating this makeup look, and a lot of people are commenting on the fact that she even sprays setting spray at all in the middle of her routine. That is something that I actually do, but not really before I blend out my concealer, but she does. So we just did that, and now I'm going to blend out the concealer. Love that.
I blend it all in before going in with the Huda setting powder. I really make sure to get the sides of my nose and let that sit for the rest of my makeup. The rest I go over all the spots that I did my concealer in. I use the shade Cupcake. So
then she sets it with setting powder, using the Huda Beauty setting powder and a little triangle sponge like this. Mine is a little dirty, but we're gonna use it anyways. So the main thing that she really prioritizes is lining the sides of her nose and letting that sit for the rest of her makeup routine. And then she says she just goes over all of the places that she put her concealer and just kind of like pats it And she does use a different shade of the Huda Beauty powder than I do. I have the shade Pound Cake and she uses the shade Cupcake.
Then I take this Benefit highlighter in the shade Tickle on my nose.
So the next thing that she does is go in with the Benefit highlighter in the shade Tickle, which I actually picked up for this video. I didn't actually own it, although I love the Benefit Cookie highlighter, which is kind of similar except it is more like champagne. But she literally seems to just go in with her finger and put this on the tip of her nose, and then she takes it up her nose, the center of it, which is so pretty. I love a good nose highlight, so that is not new to me and I think it's beautiful.
This is my favorite blush. It's by Patrick Ta in the shade She's Blushing. It's the prettiest color.
Then she goes in with a blush from Patrick Ta. I do own a lot of Patrick Ta blushes, but I did not own the shade She's Blushing, and I thought it was pretty, so I did pick it up for this video as well. This literally looks like something that I would wear every day, so I'm excited about this. And it seems like she just uses the powder, so that's what I'm going to do. And she does seem to bring her blush up pretty high, so we are going to make sure to do that.
Then I go in with the Benefit Brow Gel.
Then she goes in with the Benefit Brow Gel. This part I know is not gonna be for me because it seems like she has like laminated brows possibly. I don't. I did have my eyebrows microbladed years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, this is all she does to her brows, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, this is what she says she does, just the brow gel. And I feel like this is also different for blondes because if you have blonde brows, your makeup probably wouldn't affect your brows as much, but being a brunette and having dark brows and then putting makeup on, your brows can actually seem a little lighter. So I did try to remove some of the makeup and I'm just going to brush them kind of up like she did and to the side. Same over here. I also don't use this particular brow gel, something else that's different. So I'm not gonna lie, I will probably at the end go in with a little bit of a brow pencil, but we'll leave it for now.
Then I take their Hoola bronzer and I kind of try to blend this down my neck because I'm a little pale right now for my makeup.
She then says that she goes in with a Hoola bronzer. I'm not sure if she does the normal Hoola bronzer, but I already owned the Hoola caramel bronzer, so that's what I'm going to be using. And she's just using it on a really fluffy brush, so that's what I'm going to do. And she was saying that she is blending it down her neck, which I always do this as well. And she also just kind of adds some here. And pretty much just like a tiny little bit on the places that she applied the Rare Beauty bronzer stick.
Really get in there with an eyelash curler. Makes the biggest difference. I use the Better Than Sex Too Faced Waterproof Mascara. Waterproof helps me hold a curl.
And then she goes in with an eyelash curler and says that it makes the biggest difference. For mascara, she uses the waterproof Better Than Sex mascara. Better Than Sex mascara has been one of my favorites for so long, and I do already own the waterproof, although I think it's a little dried out, so I'm gonna try that one. But if not, I did go ahead and purchase the miniature, which seems to have the same wand, so I might just go in with this one since it is newer. Seems like she just has naturally really long lashes, and I did get a little mascara on my eyelid, so. I feel like this eye turned out a little bit better than this eye, and that was because I was like looking down. I don't know, let's see if it helps. I feel like it did. She doesn't seem to put any mascara on her lower lashes, which kills me because I love putting mascara on my lower lashes. I actually have really long lower lashes. I don't know, it's kind of weird. So I always do that, but she's not, so we're gonna skip it for now anyways.
I've been using this lip liner for years. It's the color Love Trap by Charlotte Tilbury.
And then for lip liner, she goes in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Love Trap, which she says that she's been using for years. So we're gonna try it out. And I do overline my lips slightly, and it does seem like she kind of does this all over. So here is the lip liner.
And a great staple is this Laneige Glowy Lip Balm in the shade Berry. It's a pretty pinky color, it lasts a while.
And then she goes in with the Laneige Glowy Lip Balm, which I did already own, and I do love this stuff.
Then this is a Ilia eyeliner in black. I'll do the outer corners of my eyes and kind of just like take my finger and swipe it out.
This next part I'm a little nervous for. She takes a black eyeliner. She uses the Ilia one. I don't have that one, but I'm going to use a Make It by Mario black eyeliner. And she basically just like takes it on the outer corners of her eyes and then like uses her finger to swipe it out. I'm very nervous about it. And she does kind of like tug at her skin lightly. I went very light. Okay, not bad. A little interesting, but you know, I am going to clean it up a little bit under my eye. So I feel like where I put my finger there got a little wonky. She should really switch to the Make It by Mario though, because they do have a little brush on the end that I actually think would be more useful. So I just blended mine out a little bit more using that.
Wipe off the sides of my nose with a powder brush. Then I use a freck pen to do little fake freckles. I don't know why I like this. I feel like it contours my nose even more.
This next part I'm also nervous for because I have tried this product, but it has not been my best friend, and that is the Freck Beauty Pen. So she adds little fake freckles to her nose and a little bit around her cheeks. Oh, I almost forgot she did wipe her powder from her nose. So let's do that. Yeah, so now she applies little fake freckles and I'm scared. She does like a few there and then like a few here. And then you're supposed to just why are mine showing up so much more prominent than hers? That worked a little bit better, like working quicker. I think I let mine sit too long the first time. And if you need to, literally just do one dot at a time, honestly. I will say I kind of lost a little bit of the nose highlight, so I am going to go back in with that just on the tip.
More Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and then I am done. That is the final look.
All right, and then she says she goes in with more setting spray, and that is it. So this is the finished Alex Earl makeup routine. What do you guys think? I will say there are some enhancements that I would do myself. I really actually do love the routine. I think it's very different for me, but I think it looks really good. I like this skin specifically. My adjustments would be adding mascara to the lower lash line and going in with some sort of brow pencil, and I would probably add just a little bit of highlighter to my cheeks, although it does look pretty highlighted without it, which is kind of crazy because we didn't do a highlighter, but I guess just all of those products underneath, like the say bronze drops and the strobe cream, really shine through, so that I do like. So I think what I'm going to do now is do those adjustments and see how I like it after that. So first and foremost, I'm going to go in with a brow pencil because I cannot resist. So I just want to line underneath and add a couple of hair-like strokes. I'm going to try my best to keep it pretty natural looking since that is what we're going for in this makeup look. Okay, so I did fill in my brows and I'm so happy with that. I would never not fill in my brows unless I had them like totally laminated tinted, redid my microblading or something like that. And if you're wondering, I'm using the CoverGirl 1mm nano pencil. Obsessed with it. Literally my new favorite brow pencil. It's the best to get those hair-like strokes, which are perfect for a look like this. So throughout the whole brow, I just did outward strokes. I didn't like draw or color in, if you will, at all, because like I said, I did still want to provide that natural kind of look. I am going to go back in with a little bit of the brow gel too, although they are pretty stiff because I already used the brow gel earlier. Yeah, I think that's good. And then the only other thing that I'm going to do is add mascara on the bottom lashes. Just a little bit. Okay, so that is how I would update it for myself. I just really like my brows filled in and I really like mascara on my lower lashes. So I added those couple things, but overall I think we followed it pretty well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know if you are considering trying any of these products. I didn't end up adding a highlighter to my cheekbones just because I do feel like we're pretty glowy, and I think that is the point of this makeup look, is to look glowy without having like a blinding highlighter. So I'm going to leave that part alone. But yeah, I like it. Sometimes it is fun to step outside of your comfort zone and try something new. So maybe this will inspire you guys to do the same. Like I said in the beginning, if you did like this video, please, please, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel, and subscribe down below if you're not already. Follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I'm really doing a lot more beauty stuff over on TikTok, so check that out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel, and hopefully I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.